Hey, what's up, guys? It's Thursday, January 27th, 2022. Just getting on here to do some breakdowns of wrestling for yesterday. It was beach break for AEW. I'm not going to cover everything every week. I might throw in some WWE stuff, but I'm not as into WWE in the past probably 6 to 12 months. I'll probably get a little bit more interested in it around WrestleMania season, which we are very close to beginning with the Royal Rumble. But right now, I've been kind of bored with them since last year's WrestleMania. Just a lot of the same stuff, it seems like. And the only thing that I think has been worth watching over there has been Roman Reigns and his head of the table gimmick. That's been very good. So, anyways, moving on from that, I'm just going to go over a few things that I thought were really fun watching this week's AEW. First up, that I thought was the most probably prevalent thing to talk about was the Adam Cole, baby, versus Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. They had a great match. Danhausen coming out of nowhere. I don't know much about him. I've seen him a few indie things on YouTube that have to do with him. He's an interesting pickup. I wonder what they're planning on doing with him as a whole. Maybe he'll have a good future in AEW. As for the match itself, it was pretty brutal. They had a lot of cool spots. I liked Orange Cassidy reversing the outside Panama City Sunrise from Adam Cole and slamming him right into through the table there at ringside. I like that AEW uses the tables that are already set up a lot of the times. I mean, they have some stuff where they set them up themselves, but I was watching an interview from Sabu, and he hated how in the new ECW they would have people bring down tables. It's like, you ain't gonna bring down a table to beat somebody up with. Like, nobody's gonna do that. So I like that they actually use the stuff that's at ringside most of the time. Orange Cassidy's really good. I like seeing his style sets him apart. It's always cool to see certain wrestlers that have their own swagger and their own style, and he's definitely got it. I hope that he has a bright future. He picked up the victory over Adam Cole, which I was surprised by. I really thought Adam Cole was going to keep going undefeated, and I thought that he was going to, I don't know, maybe eventually pick up a world title win this year, which could still happen. It's just one loss, but it's his first singles loss, I believe, since coming to AEW, and so it's kind of a big deal. And I like how he got Panama City Sunrise in the match. I liked the ending off the, I don't know what you'd call it, scaffolding or something. And they went through some tables down below. That was a cool ending. Lots of weapons, which is always a fun time to see. Yeah, just a good match. You know, I liked it a lot. I definitely recommend going and finding it and watching it. Next, I will talk about MJF. It was pretty good, his promo with CM Punk. You know, CM Punk's over it at this point. He wants to fight. MJF is slinging some of his really good promo battling stuff. I think they are going to be hard-pressed to top the one that they did there closer to Thanksgiving, where MJF and Punk were just going at each other for like 20 minutes straight. Right now, I'm just ready to see him wrestle. And that's good because it looks like in Chicago, I think they said February 2nd, they're going to be going one-on-one. I doubt it'll be a fair match with MJF involved, but I like both of them. I'd genuinely like to see either one of them win and move on to a world title match. And I think MJF makes the most sense because with Hangman Adam Page, him being a babyface, he needs a good heel to go up against. But the thing is I really think when MJF goes for the belt this next time, he needs to capitalize and win it. So in my eyes, if I were fantasy booking it, I'd rather see him beat Punk and then go on to be the guy who beats Adam Page for the AEW World Championship, and then maybe Punk works his way back up the ladder and is the guy who beats MJF for the belt. It'd be a way to give the rub to a newer guy and help make him. You know, that's what young wrestlers need. They need to be help crafted and made. And I like Punk's whole story. He's come in and he's really rised up the ranks. I mean, he first took on Darby Allin, which is kind of a mid-tier guy with the potential of becoming a future main eventer. That's how he showed up, you know, right out the gates. And since then, he's taken on a lot of wrestlers that are just kind of, you know, there, you know, working his way up to people like Wardlow and MJF and world title. I mean, it's a little bit of a bummer because yes, I would love to have seen him come in and wrestle Kenny Omega because that would be such a dream match and so cool. But we'll get there, you know? I like this because it's different. Most of the time when you see new wrestlers come back, I'll use Edge for instance. You know, he takes on Randy Orton for like half a year to a year. That's so... Ugh. I want to see Edge versus AJ Styles because we don't know how long these guys are going to be back for. I want to see these guys wrestle people that they have the dream matches set up for. So we'll see what they end up doing with that. I could see Punk winning it, but my vote is for, come on, MJF, get that brass ring, buddy. You deserve it. Wardlow was out there ringside. He helped out because MJF and the Pinnacle all came down and beat up Punk. But you could tell Wardlow was like not into it. He's slowly making his face turn, and it really gives me the vibes of Dave Bautista when he was going to turn on Triple H in Evolution. Like he's slowly kind of being like, nah, I don't want to deal with this guy. I'm kind of done with it. So I really like that. It's cool to see him growing. I think he'll be a huge star as well. He's another person that can grow greatly from what's to come. Let's see what else. Cody versus Sammy. They had a good match. They did some crazy ladder match shenanigans. You know, the cutter from the top of the ladder where he like, I don't know what you'd call it, leapfrogged over one ladder to hit Cody with the cutter. That was sweet. The crossroads from midway up both ladders, that was cool. It must be really hard to pull off that kind of move because they don't have a lot of steady footing and then the ladders go all over the place. It's kind of crazy. They did good with that. And then Sammy hit that crazy off the top of the ladder move from the outside. Super talented. Good to see him pick up the interim title win. I do think that the interim title thing was like kind of weird. Given maybe they didn't know how long Cody was going to be out. But at the same time, like it's only been like a couple weeks since Cody won the belt, maybe 3 weeks now. So like it didn't really seem like you need an interim title for that long. And maybe I'm just used to people like Brock Lesnar winning title belts and you don't even see him forever. Or over in WWE, you see Intercontinental title reigns that you don't even know. I couldn't even tell you who the current Intercontinental champion is. You know, I don't know if that's due to them not wrestling or just because it's not very relevant. The TNT title is very relevant. I just don't know if it makes sense to have an interim title. I mean, it's wrestling, so it's fun and whatever, but I would have liked to have seen something a little bit different. Maybe just for the belt itself. Wardlow, he had a quick, fun match. I didn't realize he was a Cleveland native, so him being in Cleveland, he had to be a beast. You know, I loved it. Going out there doing a 2-on-1 match against jobbers. It gives them a spot on the show, and he's not hurting anybody. You know, he can just kind of lay it down and beat them up. And I loved seeing his Symphony power bombs. Those are awesome. He looked really good. As a whole, I thought it was a really good show. Beach Break, AEW. Way to go. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a good day. And probably catch up with everybody on Monday with some Magic stuff. I don't know when I'm going to start doing anything for like Dragon Ball. I might do something on Boba Fett. I'm not sure. But we'll see. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Peace.